Hello and welcome to the Season 6 Gold Bowl presented by the Cwsfl. Today we have the Bangkok Pandas and the Minnesota Polar Bears fighting for that championship spot. All right, do you want to take a look at the players?
Sure. So, you already have a wonderful matchup of Drew Davis going up against Tina and Leo Lamont. You have great secondary, and then probably the best quarterback of all time matching up. And then you have Herb Collins facing probably the greatest, one of the best defensive units we've seen in the past, 3 seasons?
Do you remember how many touchdowns Herbo Collins has?
Total, including passing and stuff, maybe like 15.
It's 21.
Wow.
Yeah, and 21 for running and then 3 for catching. Just a dominant performance by him all season. The Polar Bears, on the other hand, their highest scorer is Micah Pope with 14 total touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it looks like the most productive member of their offense in terms of receivers or runners is Tigger Bimlock.
I mean, Bimlock led the league in receiving yards. Was maybe top 5 in touchdowns.
Yeah, no, just a overall, once again, dominant performance by both of these offenses. All right. With that, do you have any interesting stories about Indahas or Man in terms of pins or any key field goals to win the games?
Joanna Man has had a very quiet season. It's been underrated. No one seems to be talking about it, but in punting and kicking. But when he does, it's almost perfect.
Well, so here's the thing. He's made 8 out of 8 field goal attempts. Not only that, 3 of those were over 50 yards away. 2 of those were 40 yards away or more. And then 1 was 30 yards away. He has hit 41 extra points.
Wow.
But that is actually nothing compared to Indahas's numbers, where he kicked 55 extra points and 0 field goals.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. A double upgrade to the running backs here.
And then the big King Chancellor.
Yeah, this is going to be an impressive offense, especially with the run-heavy Pandas.
So, you remember how in round 1 we were talking about you prepared for everything in that game except Herb Collins getting a boost?
Well, because there's just no way to defend against that unless you have probably the top run defense. I think the Hounds actually have the top run defense, so even then that you can't stop Herb.
Ooh.
All right, but yeah, Paul Blackman.
And look at the counter route right here. 2 defensive linemen to go up against the 2 running backs.
This is exciting. This is exactly the upgrades we needed to see for the Polar Bears to really put a stop to Herbo Collins, to even have a chance to stopping this run game.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. This should be an interesting Gold Bowl. Top performances all across the line are to be expected.
Man, the Polar Bears will start off with the ball first, with the Pandas receiving in the second half.
To be honest, I'm afraid that this might be another boat race.
This is Battle of the Bears. Both teams, the all-time record between these teams is tied at 2-2. So someone's taking that lead right with this one. Ooh, what a hit! Way to hold on to the ball.
Ooh, that was a 18-yard catch for the first play of the game. Let's see what the rest of this drive holds for the Polar Bears and the Pandas defense.
Wow, good throw and squeeze that one into Micah Pope.
Okay, looks like the the Polar Bears have gone for a heavily pass dominant offense this game.
And they send it up the middle to the young fella.
Is that Tank Virtue?
Indeed, the one that had a breakout game in week 10 and then had it turned around and had an even better game in round 1 last week.
Yeah. Yeah, no, really, really a star running back.
Ooh, and that is a sack. Is that? Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Having a breakout season this year, an analyzer.
Yeah, it is extremely rare for Drew Davis to be sacked or even, stopped at all.
Ooh, but it doesn't matter. Micah Pope says, give it to me.
Yeah, that's the thing about, their efficiency and consistency is that even when they take those losses, they can still just make them up.
That's right. A 3rd and 9 is not anything crazy to them. As they pick up 6 right there to make it a 2nd and 4. Polar Bears are moving right now.
However, here's what I think. I think that the Pandas are going to become more efficient in this red zone.
Wow, Clout wide open for a 28-yard touchdown.
Yep, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about red zone efficiency if you never have to defend the red zone.
And, Clout's coming in here after the media has been on his head this past week about, talks about adding in more weapons, taking from his options, so he's ready to show out.
You mean you? That was 100% you.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's ready to silence the noise out there. Let's see what Jay Money's got. Give it to Herb up the middle. Ooh! Picks up 9.
Yep.
2nd and short. Chain gang already.
What I'm excited for is I think that this game could be decided by a turnover. I think that the Pandas being primarily a run-based offense.
Jay Money said, give it to me.
Oh my God.
Picks up 4. Or give him 6.
That is impressive.
Wow. What a play call by the coordinator.
Yeah, with the amount of runs that the Pandas are going to be doing.
Ooh, he got laid out.
I think that they are going to be able to avoid some of the riskiest turnovers that the Bears are going to be taking in with their mainly passing offense.
Yeah, it's going to be Apollo Pickington, one of the best players we've seen all time, making some noise here. And it's a 3rd and 6, and they run it up the middle, and that goes nowhere, and it looks like we're going to see the punt team.
All right. No, I do have to say, from a game planning perspective, it is just difficult to figure out what to do here, right? The Polar Bears are in a passing primary division, and not only that, but they have one of the best cornerbacks in the league, possibly of all time.
And Tank Virtue, right up the gut, halfback belly.
All right.
Finds his favorite,
And
Clout.
Boom. First down.
They get out of that. They get out of that kind of, that scary area where can't really take a loss. And now they can breathe a little bit. Ooh. You don't see that often.
The number of times that we've seen offenses just completely break down when they're in safety watch, it's genuinely impressive.
Sending the heat, but the blocking is perfect. Ooh, squeezes that one in. And John Weeks won a ring with the Pandas back in season 4 when they were the Lions. And now look at them. Got one with the Polar Bears last year, trying to make it his 3rd.
Tina, I don't know. Things aren't looking too great for you.
You know, it's a long game.
Yeah, it's a long game.
There's a lot of time left. And we all know about any given sim, a lot of things can happen.
Might have to be
A
one of those things
sack right there by Analyzer.
Ooh.
9-yard loss.
What I do like is this defense is being aggressive. You know, it's really going after the QB, trying to put him, um, just put him in kind of a
Ooh,
dangerous
another sack right there.
situation.
JB, former
Oh
first
my
round,
God!
first overall pick. Fourth down right there. Wow.
Wow.
When the defense needed
It,
something, the linebackers showed up.
I'm surprised that you
Great
know,
punt. And that's good. Leo Lamont caught that, because if not, that could have rolled into the safety watch. Great
they really be
awareness right
sweating.
there. Ooh,
I
they're
love a
throwing
nervous
it, and
ref
Herb
laughter.
is on the
Oh,
move. He picks
Herb
up
is out.
45 right there, 44 on the catch
That is an
to end it
insane
for the
play.
first quarter. What a play right there by Herb.
Wow.
J Money found.
I'm
Trust the Herb.
I'm surprised that the defenses have been playing so well,
They said give it
considering
back
that
to him, but Pickington is there.
considering that both of these teams are notorious for their offenses. Bear is a little less so, but still.
Ooh, what a hit. Knocked that one loose.
Oof. Puts them in a difficult situation, and
Tremont
honestly,
King.
I have not seen the Panthers doing too well in terms of trying to get those third down conversions in this game.
Ooh, there's not a lot of time right there. Looks like you're going to have to
Oh.
bring out the field goal unit.
For a second there, I was going to say, how funny would it be if they went for it?
You got to show why you're better than Greg Johnson.
All right, that's a 54-yarder.
You know, everyone thought that leg would work too well since he hasn't had a single field goal attempt all season. But
Oh my God, that's his first one. That's right.
and that was how long?
That 54-yarder. Yeah.
Wow. 54 yards on his first attempt, so 55 extra point attempts. And a sack right there by Leo Lamont coming in for a 9-yard loss from the outside.
Lamont is just a monster. How does he do it?
Silent but deadly.
Yeah, he
Wow.
has these special shoes, you know.
And they make up for it
Wow.
like it's nothing.
Here, I'm just checking in on the chat right now. You can continue doing some commentating.
You know, that's a 6-yard completed pass. It brings up a 2nd and 4th. They're across the 50-yard line. They were coming in hot again, but Drew Davis just gets rid of it. And it's a 20-yard catch. He's very calm, cool, and collected in the pocket, and that's what you want out of your quarterback in a big game like this.
Some updates, by the way. Backup punter is rooting for the Pandas. Super Pig is taking credit for the dominance of Leo.
Ooh,
Oh,
Leo
and then,
Lamont almost just got him an interception right there. Instead, it was a deflection. And it brings up a 3rd down. This is a good 3rd down right here as it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, Admiral Willow just put us on notice, telling us that this might be Week's last
Ooh,
game.
Micah Pope held on to it, picked up a huge 1st down right there to put them into 1st and goal. And they only have a chance to extend this.
All right.
Over
Another
the middle,
surprise.
and there is Jackson
Oh.
Sultan
Only is the one. Wow.
for a touchdown, Polar Bears. And now the Pandas are going to have to try to get something going on offense here as they do get ball back to start the 3rd quarter. But they're going to have to get something going.
Yeah. I mean, hey, maybe you need a Lucky Turkey bathroom trip. I can't wait for the day when it's like Gold Bowl 10, and nobody
Ooh.
remembers any of this, and then
John Wilkes.
wow.
You
Yeah,
know.
I can't wait. Can't wait till we're the old heads referencing the Turkey Miracle.
A fumble! Wow!
Ooh, no! Oh my God!
Wow!
Wow. All right. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Tina.
Well, loss? Nah, there ain't no loss yet. This is we still got a lot of
No.
time left. We good. We good. We trust in the team. We got this. It's a long one, but it's all right. Micah Pope just had a great 4-yard run though.
Yeah. Although,
2-yard completed
with
catch, 3rd and 4.
with this pass game, it's kind of hard to get excited about those 4-yard runs just because everything on that is just so consistent.
And there's a sack right there. And now it's time to bring out Joanna Man as JB gets him another 9-yard loss.
Unless they go for it, of course.
They could.
One of
Oh,
these
wow, they're
days,
going to
the
punt.
team
I was expecting Joanna Man to use that leg.
Oh. Ooh.
That's a killer punt, though. Ooh, what a bounce.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That. Hey, pay your punters, I guess.
You know, I told you, they don't use them often, but when they do, it's perfection. Some say perfection is the goal these days, and he's got it.
Hey, out of safety watch too.
Yeah, John Wilkes came up big right there. Right over the middle.
Yeah,
Sack.
I'm not envying your position. Ooh.
This is fun. I mean, you hear the crowd chanting right now, trust in Herb, trust in Herb. So that's good to hear from the booth. As Trayvon Wright comes up huge right there on a 2nd and 19 and picks up 32, and Bangkok uses the last timeout.
All right, can they get it down the field? Let's see if they can Kirk Cousins this and pull a miracle out of nowhere.
Kirk Cousins signature. You like that?
All right.
Interception. Wow.
Oh
And
my
no
God.
one other than Paul Blackman.
Yep. That's exactly what we would expect.
Wow. Paul Blackman got his 3rd interception.
Maybe we could get Paul Blackman in for a halftime interview.
We could. Throwing it. Ooh. Now he got a 3rd and inches. Drew Davis has over 200 passing yards and 2 touchdowns and only 2 incompletions.
What was that?
Drew Davis has over 200 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and now only 3 completions or incompletions.
Oh my God.
And now we have a 4th and inches. Do they go for it? Do they punt it? Do they?
Oh, they're definitely going for it.
6
They have
seconds.
to, right?
6 seconds left. You're
Oh
up.
my God.
It's 6 seconds left. You're up by 11.
Oh my God. Yeah. This could be it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Time has now expired though, as that was an incredible run by Leo Lamont. It's always a good what if he gets in there. That's a great what if story. But instead, I think Leo Lamont's gonna try to feed off that and come out with that Jacoby Jones type of energy.
All right. Let's get Paul Blackman in the booth right now and see if we can talk to him a little bit.
I'm already one step ahead of you.
How's it going?
Thank you for joining.
Okay, I'm doing pretty good.
How was that interception?
So I was joking around in Polar Bears chat saying I'm gonna get a pick this drive. Watch it, guys. And then I actually picked the ball off. I was not expecting that.
You have 2 interceptions for the season.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're performing well.
And talk about going from, not seeing the field much as a rookie, trusting your process and your coach and Milo Newman to now being a star linebacker in the Gold Bowl.
I think my 6 tackle season was a Banana Bowl worthy, guys.
That's a stretch.
Honestly. I did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a question for you. So, what has kind of prepared you for this game? What has the Polar Bears, team been like preparing, for the championship?
So, I was basically working on pass coverage for the majority of the season, but then I had the GOAT GM of like the best GM I've ever seen GM any team before, told me to focus on run game. That's kind of what that's what I've been preparing for. But apparently the passing games, like the passing defense, been working out.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say that was a really smart, intuitive new move for preparing for that Pandas team.
And we have now, BP has flipped his prediction here from rooting for the Pandas to now the Polar Bears winning 28-10.
Okay, but it's
It's halftime and the fans is already trying to flip sides.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and get out of your hair.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Appreciate
Yes,
you
thank
joining
you
us
so
for
much for
that
hopping in.
that
I
interview.
was kind of nervous for this, guys. I was so nervous for this interview.
Nah, no need to be
Well, yeah, I
nervous,
mean-
man.
Yeah, come back. We'll invite you back in the future. We love having you. It's always fun to have people in the booth. So,
Maybe one day we'll see you on one of the podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll announce that after the Gold Bowl too. So stick around afterwards. But
Alright, thank you guys.
yes, thank you.
Appreciate the time. So,
All right.
we're only at halftime right now, and the fans is already flipping. But it's alright.
Yandi said most loyal Bears fan, by the way.
Which is crazy because he's about to go to a franchise that is trying to turn things around.
Yeah.
You're not going to be rooting for
So-
the Bears much longer. You're going to be in their
Yeah, I was
division.
gonna say. So, let's just talk about these key players real fast. Obviously for the Pandas, your team, we have Dick Analyzer, outside linebacker, 5 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks, which is impressive considering how efficient this Bears offense is.
Yeah.
On the other side, Drew Davis, 16 for 20, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. Anyways, you can go on now. I'm sorry.
Drew Davis is just Drew Davis. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, he has that, Matrix bullet time in him, All right. Do you want to look at the player stats real fast before we continue on?
Jay Money has only thrown it 7 times, and he's gotten over 100 yards, and he's only found his tight end and his wide receiver 1 in Wright and Wilkes, but he's got 1 interception, and
Yeah.
then you throw that with Herb Collins' fumble, and it's like those are situations when you need to lean on your leaders, and
No.
turnovers happen.
You know what I find most impressive about this stat line that we're seeing?
What's that?
Collins has 7 attempts and 23 yards. That is a really low for Collins in terms of runs. We when you break that down, that ends up being just over 3 yards per run, which, yeah, again, normally we're seeing him doing much better, much more productive against these teams, but just can't make it work right now.
Indeed. And you don't see any action from some of these other receivers in Jamar Chase or Dante Green. Offense has been a little, hasn't all been there yet.
Yeah, and their stats are so low because they can't get first downs to even, increase the number of plays that they can attempt.
And then there's two players here that, there's actually a lot of players that have zeros just straight across the row. But there's two that are big impact players, and that's Tina and Bosa. Two strong defensive players for this Pandas unit, and have they shown up yet? Have they left the bus yet?
Man. Yeah, no, all right, I mean, halftime is the time where every team recoordinates, where everyone finds something out, makes some readjustments and is able to really pull things together. So we'll have to see what the sim does here for the Polar Bears and Pandas.
Yeah, and then when you look at the Polar Bears stats right now at the half, I mean, the ball has been spread out. You got 3, 2, 4, 4, 3. Like, look at that on your receptions. Like, the ball gets spread out. And then when you go to the defensive side, there's a lot of things that's going on here. They've given up some big yardage plays here and there, but these defenders are flying all over the field.
I think actually what's impressive is I expected higher stats, but maybe it's just because you've had so few plays that their stats are lower than you'd expect for how good they're playing.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and kick off this third quarter. We're going to go ahead and get back down to the field. Polar Bears are leading this one right now, 14-13. So far, the key to this game has been the Polar Bears' dominant defense, forcing 2 turnovers and being able to capitalize on that and to make things happen. But Bangkok's still hanging around here as it's 14-13, but there's a lot of time left, but they're also going to have to try to get things moving.
Yeah, they're going to need to be efficient and proactive.
And Leo Lamont told one of the players in the locker room that he's feeling a little Jacoby Jones-ish on that on these returns. So we'll see what happens if he gets him another one. And they give it to D-Rock for the first time this game, right out the gate, and he picks up 8.
Finally, some production. Oh my God.
D-Rock's a rook. Was just barely got past Apollo Pickington, who's playing cornerback 2 today.
That is
48 yards for Herb
game.
Collins. And the reason that happened is because Herb Collins just was able to squeeze by Apollo Pickington on the outside.
That massively boosts his average yards.
And they give it right back to D-Rock, who picks up 9. Brings up the chain for a 2nd and short.
They're doing exactly what is needed. They're doing exactly what is needed, exactly what
coming out with a little fire right now too.
Oh, this game might be on. This game might.
There it is. Trayvon Wright right there, 10-yard touchdown, and they get back into the end zone. Just like that, Pandas try to make this thing close. As if this goes in, it'll become a 14-10 game. And it does through the middle.
No deflections either. All right. 4 points behind. Can the Pandas stop this Minnesota offense?
That's been the key so far. Minnesota, I mean, they're moving the ball. They're spreading it. Everybody's getting a little bit of love. I mean, this is what you want when you're playing in the Gold Bowl, and they're making it happen right now. Look at that. Micah Pope right up the middle. Give him 6.
Oh. I wonder how aggressive the Polar Bears are set, because it might be that they're going to start doing a little bit more runs as they are.
And just squeezes by.
Ooh.
Ooh, he said, get off me.
Don't need to break tackles if you can just like run circles around those defenders.
He said, get off me. Wow. Ooh, what a deflection right there. Nathan Bodie.
All right, second down.
And they're in field goal range as long as they don't lose any more yards. And
If
it
they
would have
get a field
deflection.
goal, that's
Ooh, there's two pandas over there. One deflected it. One maybe could have caught it, but it's all right. There was a deflection there. Brings up a third down. Third and 10.
Well, if they get a field goal right here, they're 7 points up. They need it's it's a 1-score game for tying.
Ooh, what are they gonna do here? It's 4th and 6. They're kind of in that grayish area of go for it, kick it, but knowing.
I think that they're gonna go for the field goal.
Yep, they're knowing the Polar Bears. They are, they're a very smart team. They're not. They don't chase points. They take what the defense gives them.
Well, we'll see if they can rely on this defense to stop these pandas. Do you have the pandas open to any 2-point conversions?
No.
No, just completely field goals.
Yeah, just go ahead and kick it. We have a very good kicker. He's got 2 kicker of the years, so we'll kick it. We gotta come out and try. We got to be able to be a good team, and D-Rock picks up a big gain right there again of 8 yards.
Wow.
But to be a good team, the offense has to trust the defense, and the defense has to trust the offense. So if you don't have to go for 2, why go for 2?
Oh my God! Did he break a tackle? I couldn't quite see there.
Broke a tackle, but then got right tackled.
Hmm.
And there's a toss to the outside. Oh, see, there's the thing. That big run happened because he broke through Apollo Pickinson. This time, Apollo Pickinson broke through to him.
I mean, it looks like those wide receivers just need a bit more strength to, maybe hold up that run.
But it's all right. Herb Collins picks up a 13 right there. Give him a first down. It's not, those outside runs haven't quite been there, but the runs up the middle have been there outside of that fumble. There's D-Rock. Give him 8.
D-Rock has been pretty productive this second half. It's made the run game more dynamic, and has also meant that the Pandas can finally start getting first downs, get into the end zone.
Jamar Chase for his first catch of the game, and give him 21.
And it is a pretty catch too.
And when we were when the Pandas were in halftime, who was one of the most vocal ones during that? Jamar Chase. He was trying to do what he can. Ooh, wow, that could have been one. But he was trying to do what he can to get his team fired up.
No, I'm a little worried for this Pandas offense. They're in the red zone now. We're gonna have to see how they respond.
Ooh, and there's a sack. He had John Wilkes starting to open up over the middle, but he just couldn't. He didn't have the time, and now you see a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, let me look up Ironsides real fast. He has had 8 sacks in the season before this,
and a good amount of tackles for loss.
Yeah, 12.
He was there, and we're gonna bring out the field goal unit here, kick it, make this thing 12 or 17-13. Polar Bears.
Ironsides is actually tied with Reggie Watt for leading sacks on the Polar Bears.
Wow.
Yeah. Tied at 8 with.
Now you know what's crazy.
What?
Nate Ironside is a rookie.
He is?
Yep.
Wait. Like he's a recent create?
He mossed the defender and hit him with the spin move. Picked up 32. Ooh, look at those sweet moves.
32 yards.
Those moves. Ooh.
This is what happens when you take dance lessons, right? When you start knowing how your body moves, start being able to move in space.
Yeah, I hear here's what's crazy too. I hear the Polar Bears also in the off season, when the first 2 weeks of every off season, the player has to take ballet.
I've heard of other teams doing that. It always turns out really well. But I'm gonna want some confirmation from
Put your 4s up.
Milo first, but
Put your 4s up. This is where you see what teams is made of.
Oh, and I think
Ooh.
Inferno. Is that? Oh, just stopped. Just stopped. I was gonna say Paul Blackman. I believe that's him. is
Now you need to
saying
see
that-
something here happen on the goal line. Just like that touchdown, Micah Pope one-handed. He said, "Ah."
Ah,
You know it's crazy.
I mean, hey.
Fans are chanting right now. He stayed. He returned.
Yeah,
He's
I was
back.
about to say. You know, for real, he really should have stayed.
They're saying, "Welcome home, Micah Pope."
It must feel good for him, you know, coming back home, and not only coming back home, but also, you know, delivering such a great performance, you know, in one of the biggest games of the year.
And you know, this not only is this a good for his player, first down there for Trayvon Wright, but just barely too. But it's also like, so you know how a lot of coaches when they get fired or it doesn't work out, that used to be like a Belichick or Nick Saban coach, they go back and relearn from him.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, it's kind of one of those situations too. Micah Pope Dunk got fired from GMing, went back to where he started.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in the Dev League as a GM right now. Maybe one day he fixes things.
Well, you know, I think
Ooh, or Herbo Collins right there held on to that after getting bumper card by some defenders.
I think, you know, once he has a little bit of time to, like, you know, develop as a GM, to really, you know, get a good hold on of, like, all the different ways to
John
manage a
Wilkes
team,
picks up
create a culture.
31.
Ooh, what a catch! What a drive!
But this is a red zone situation where the Pandas need to show up. And they do. Herb Collins, trust the Herb, gets him.
Trust in Herb.
That one gets him over 100 and his first touchdown of the day.
That is 13 attempts, 104 yards.
When they needed Herb most, he delivered. You know, they say Herb might not always answer the call, but he always shows up right on time.
Yeah, now there are still 4 minutes left in this quarter. That is beyond belief. We've already seen so much happen. It's been so intense. I can't wait to see what happens in these final moments of this Gold Bowl.
Well, you know what? It's good to see out of a 24-20 score. It's another terrible take by BP.
Yeah, well, you know.
What do you
dime a
say?
dozen.
28-10. Ooh!
Oh,
Leo
so
Lamont
close.
chases
Oh,
him down, but wow.
wow.
Drew Davis.
Jackson Sultan.
Drew Davis is threading the needle.
Yeah, before coming into the playoffs, he had 1,035 yards with 9 touchdowns, 468 run after catch.
Sheesh. You know, some
Yeah.
say Drew Davis got that thread the needle on Hall of Fame.
Well, I was gonna say Sultan had 17 less catches, and yet
Woo! What a diving catch by Bimlock. Picked up 23. Got me up out
Yeah,
my seat.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that the Pandas can quite challenge the efficiency that this
Kraus.
Polar Bears defense has.
One of arguably the GOATs of the league.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to stopping the run, Kraus and Dick Butkus, right
He's
up
got a
there.
lot of time. He's got a lot of time. He's got a lot of time. Ooh, he
Oh my
got
God.
mossed. He got mossed.
Oh my God! 2 guys defending him.
He just shoved Analyzer, said, "Get off me." Snagged it. Touchdown. Now they're going for 2. And they don't get it, but they went for 2. Pablo
Oh.
Baby Carter Sanchez ain't done nothing yet today with all those zeros. But he showed up right there when he needed to.
A touchdown and a field goal is all that's needed to tie this up. Although I don't know if we will have time to see this happening.
You know, this is a situation where that extra minute each quarter is coming in handy. But also, Polar Bears, man. 2 minutes left for me. Oh, chain gain on that, but first down. Yeah, you know, it's always tough when you see two Pandas defenders that are going to end up on you got bossed.
Oh, boy.
Paul Blackman,
I was
there
gonna
he is,
say.
showing up again. Wow.
Deflected. I am genuinely impressed with how fun this game has been to watch. You know, we still have time. There's still a chance to come back.
Woo! John Wilkes, 22 yards. Only thing that is going to become a problem here is if Bangkok starts using these timeouts too soon.
Yeah, because you guys still need another field goal.
There he is. John Wilkes, he ain't got the speed to get there, but it's all right. He's able to get a big 31 yards, and he has 123 on the day. 6 receptions.
My God.
Shows up in the biggest games.
That's Bimlock numbers minus the touchdowns.
Yep. Been hit, interception! Paul Blackman in the end zone.
Oh, no, that is
J Money. J Money.
No. 2 interceptions costing the game potentially. I don't see any way that the Pandas can come back from this.
Paul Blackman said, Pickington, who?
Yeah. No, is that his second for the game?
Second, and that one came in the end zone when it mattered most. But J Money,
my God.
J Money forced that interception, and Paul Blackman said, "Don't do that."
I think Paul Blackman is genuinely the Gold Bowl MVP.
You know, but what's crazy is they're not gonna give it to him because of how Drew Davis is playing. But Paul Blackman is the MVP. Fumble! Fumble! Oh!
Oh my God!
Snack pack!
They are still in it. How is this game still going?
J Money about to throw a dot right here in the back of the end zone. Yep, screen works. Now they use their timeout.
Okay. Too bad this game doesn't have onside kicks, or we'd really be in suspense.
Oh, and onside kicks on arcade. Sheesh. Oh, they threw it to Blackman again.
Oh
Come
my
on. That ain't Pickington, but come on, man. He got 2 interceptions. Why you...
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, 1 for 5 third down conversion.
Look at that. Dante Green comes up for a touchdown at the end for a 14-yard.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They are in it.
Wow.
If they can put a stop, if they have 14 seconds, if they can put a stop, if they can get a field goal, then we are looking at a tied game and going into overtime in the Gold Bowl. This right here cements the Gold Bowl as the best game in the season. You know, great performances and a really fun time 2 years in a row.
You know, you need to see a fumble right here, right now. And they're throwing it? They're going to run out to... look at that. Look at that. Clout. The crowd's chanting clout.
I think it's lost.
I think I see a sign up there in the top, like a nosebleed section that says, "We don't want Greg." Oh, never mind. They took it down off of that. He didn't catch that. And that'll do it as the Pandas come up short, but your Minnesota Polar Bears bring home the Gold Bowl for the 2nd straight year, the 3rd time in franchise history. And
once again,
your MVP?
Once again, we are seeing an actually good Minnesota sports team.
That's rare.
Yeah, holding up that Gold Bowl trophy, soaking in just the pure joy, admiration of the crowd. That was an impressive game. That was so fun.
And it really turned out to be a really good one. And it looks like they're going to give this to Drew Davis as kind of expected, even though we're going to put an asterisk next to that because everybody knows that watch this and is going to watch the highlights that Paul Blackman deserves that one. No hate on Drew Davis, though. Drew Davis is the greatest quarterback CWSFL's ever seen.
I think this is just quarterback hype. I think that Paul Blackman was definitely the, by far and away, MVP for this game.
You saw a lot of heart on the field tonight by both teams. No one gave up. Every time the Pandas tried to get right back, get this thing closer, kind of fell in the hole a little bit too much in the first half. Polar Bears is like, I'm sorry, it ain't happening. Maybe next year. But Polar Bears, man, they put a complete game together.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
just pinged.
yeah, I was gonna say I like what you just put. See, when you see a team play a complete game like this, it's not often that you see them lose. And
yeah,
I mean, this was a really good game by the Polar Bears. They put a great scheme together, and it's always great when you see the extra detail go into somebody's game planning, because the key to that Polar Bears defense was Apollo Pickington lining up at cornerback 2.
yeah.
That was
Wow.
great right there. But that was an incredible game. And when you look at this as like a next year's point, the Polar Bears have a few free agents, but and Ben Block Weeks and John Wall, but
Yeah.
they're not
I
looking
think
to
that
slow
they'll be able
down.
I was gonna say, I think that they'll be able to retain quite a few of those receivers, and bring them back on the promise of more championships. Because why would you leave a team like this when you can just keep winning and keep getting probably a great contract while you're at it?
And when you have Drew Davis in his prime, Micah Pope in his prime, you have a defensive line in their prime. Pickington starts regressing next year, but that's not gonna hurt him. I see no slowdown, and then with the way the division looks right now, I see no slowdown.
Here, let's see if we can get Paul Blackman into the chat. Okay, I just asked him if he wants to do a post-game interview. All right, looks like he's gonna do it. Hello, Blackman. How are you?
About just as good as I was 30 minutes ago. So.
Yeah, you did great.
So what went through your mind when you saw that goal line interception?
Oh, I was kind of confused how I was playing that good, because I'm only like I've been playing, like, I had 2 picks all of this season, and I just had 2 in one game. So
Rumor has it that you were you got caught taking some performance enhancers. Is it true?
Not
Oh.
true.
No, Tina, you're just salty.
No, man. Paul Blackman goes from 6 tackles in season 1 to top 3 linebacker in the league, to should have been Gold Bowl MVP with 2 important interceptions. Talk about
No, I think Drew Davis won that one fair and square, because without Drew Davis, he probably wouldn't even be in the Gold Bowl in the first place.
Well,
I don't know.
Your interceptions, the Pandas have enough points to tie the game or win.
Yeah,
I still want to give props to him.
And those interceptions came at probably 2 of some of the most important times. Those came nice. And then you saw Clout came and the play like crazy. The ball got sped around on offense. Defense was flying all over the place. That was... What y'all doing at practice?
We're doing at practice? We be doing some wacky stuff. I did do my belly lessons. I did do those.
Yeah.
Do those.
Saw that you love taking them.
I love taking them.
When I heard that rumor, I knew when your coach is Milo Newman, he had always pulling some crazy stuff. Glad to see y'all enjoy it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Also, thank you for this post-game interview. It means a lot. We love having people on, and This was your game to come on. This was the best time for you to be here.
This is a great way too for you to make your appearance into a booth.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Blackman came to play.
Yeah.
You know, I think I
get to
hear.
put another ring on it, guys. I get to put another ring on my.
I was gonna
server
say,
for
I hear
Paul
2
now.
rings
Yeah,
in 2
okay, okay,
seasons.
okay.
2 rings in 2
I get
seasons.
to add another one.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Some of us haven't gotten one yet, so you know
I
we
can
we
share
come
one
out
with
ahead.
you. I can share one with you.
Oh, like
I
a
have 2 of
timeshare?
them. Yeah. You get to keep mine for 2 days, and then
Nah,
you have them for 5. I have them for 2.
yeah.
Paul Blackman has came into the league a winner.
I was
Yes,
gonna say
yes,
we're
yes, I love winning.
yeah we don't need the charity. We're not a poverty franchise like the Stags.
Hey man, Stags is on the rise. Look,
Stags
the,
are
the
going
Stags are on
to
the
Gold
rise.
Bowl
the
next
Stags
season,
have so
guys.
much cap space. They can make so many splashes right now. All we know is they might have every former polar bear and Lancer on their squad next year.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing specifically the Comets, Pegasi, and the Stags, and how they evolve into the next season, and actually give that top 5 a real challenge.
You know, it's going to be good to see while we have him in the booth, with Paul going into his 3rd season and taking another.
Only your 3rd?
Yep.
Yeah, it's only my 3rd.
It's going to be another step too, into more of a leadership role too for the team. So that'll be good. 2 rings, try to show them how it's done.
I'm gonna be careful what I say, so I don't get docked for tampering. So. All right.
Not now, not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
At least, not yet.
Nah, you
Yeah.
gotta wait a
No,
day.
that's
Gotta wait
the
a day.
future problem.
A couple more seasons and maybe, but
All right. Yeah. No. But again, thank you for coming on.
It's great having you.
I have nothing better to do at this point.
Yeah.
It's
All
great
right,
having
with
you.
that, yep. We'll let you go. We'll probably have you on at some other point, maybe on some of the podcasts, which we're about to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, it's great having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and get into these stats real quick though. Jay Money had 2 touchdowns but 2 interceptions. 2 of those touchdowns came to Trayvon Wright Jr. and Dante Green in the final seconds. Herb Collins also
Those
got over
stats.
100 yards and a touchdown, but it didn't really. Herb Collins didn't really get going until D-Rock started making openings for Herb Collins, and then
I
when
was gonna
that
say,
started happening, the pass game spread out. But they got themselves into a hole with those turnovers in the first half.
I was gonna say the most impressive thing for me is just how much these stats have filled out since the last time we looked at them.
Yeah, it's like the second half was a different team that we saw offensively and defensively because they forced that fumble too when they needed a turnover, but it was just
couldn't make it work though.
no got into a deep hole in the first half, which I mean it was 14-3, so it wasn't that bad of a hole, but those turnovers and
Hansler was really killing it. Although I guess he has to because he's the last line of defense, isn't he?
yeah.
Oh man. Well, at
Yep.
least he can tackle well.
Yeah, there's been rumors on the market that with King Chancellor and his whole contract situation, it's something to keep an eye on.
Oh, is he looking for a trade, or is he going into free agency, or what's going on with that?
I'm not gonna say too much, but
Trade secret, I get it. Yeah.
but there's something to keep an eye on there. Maybe something comes out in the media or something there. Maybe, but the future for Chancellor and the Bangkok is a little shaky right now. But we'll see if they can get back
Really?
together.
Wow, I would never have expected that, especially when I looked at him on the team 2 or 3 seasons ago.
I mean, what happens in a player's first couple years in the league? They start off as a one kind of player, and then after a few
They
progressions.
grow.
Yeah,
They
you know,
develop.
after a few progressions and some time spent in the league, you know, they grow. So things happen, but we'll see. We'll see if things can get back going on right foot forward.
Yeah. All right, let's look at this Minnesota team. All right. Wow,
So,
that is a large pass volume.
Drew Davis had 4 incompletions in the first half and 4 in the second.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean that. I'm sorry, Tina, but that's gonna do it. That'll dig your grave any day.
And then look at Micah Pope down there. 7 yards per carry rushing, and then very effective in the pass game. Even got a touchdown receiving.
All right. I know you like pointing out Micah Pope here, but let's take a look at Bimlock and Sultan. Or no, John Weeks actually. John Weeks has the best efficiency.
John
right
Weeks
here.
is the John Weeks. CJ Richardson gave him a run for his money this season. Impressive rookie, but John Weeks the past 2 years has probably been the best slot receiver we've seen in the league.
You want to know something insane?
What's that?
He has about 22.75, I think, or no, 66, 27 point something, right? Rounds up to 28 or sorry, 23. Yeah, rounds up to 23, but he's had roughly 23 yards per catch.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
that
then
is tremendous.
Bimlock and Sultan showed why they both finished top 5 in receiving yards this season. I mean, they're dominant. Either one at any moment can be bam.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you can distribute, those passes really well.
And then you go to the defensive ends. Even though Pickington didn't get an interception, still had 3 tackles for loss on all that stopped a could have been big run by Herb Collins.
Yeah.
That safety unit played great.
Well, I was gonna say their free safety has far fewer tackles, which I think is a big sign here.
Now, I mean, I keep looking at the stat sheet right here by the Polar Bears, and I mean, everybody contributed. Everybody played a part.
Yeah, it's very even.
Very
across
complete
everything.
game by the Polar Bears. I mean, you gotta give them their credit.
Well, I think that's why they are so good, is just because they can shift that responsibility and that pressure around.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Polar Bears execute very well.
Special teams. We actually had some field goals.
Yeah, Joanna Man had a 40-yarder. Also,
A 49-yarder, almost 50.
and then also when it came time to punt, perfection.
Oh, close to perfection. He didn't get 3 pins there, but
Still
Wow.
put a team that was a little shaky at the time on offense, packed deep, and that was nice. And then hold on, and then when you go,
Yep, I was about to say.
and then when you go to the Panda special team unit,
I think Indahas was the better punter / kicker here, actually.
yeah, I mean 50-yarder, 30-yarder. When they needed points, he was there.
Yeah. Also, Lamount getting a long of 60 yards for the return is impressive.
Yeah, that was very good. But it's
Yeah.
always good. It's always good when you get to Gold Bowl time.
All right. Are you ready to start making some announcements?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I'd start with your podcast that you're going to be running up.
So, the Around the World Sports Network is the main source of media for the league, and we're gonna be starting up a podcast talk about literally anything that goes on with Cwsfl, whether it's power rankings, dev league, recruiting rankings, what's going on in the league, team deep dives into the teams, free agency, scoops what's going on, but most importantly, we want to have a lot of interviews. And I have a lot of guests on the show, whether you want to be on for a whole episode or you just want to do a quick interview or something. But we look forward to everybody that wants to be a part of that, though.
Yeah. And then on my side of things, the Berlin Hellhounds are starting a podcast, a team podcast. I've been working on creating a lot of stuff for it. We are planning on having our players on there as much as possible. We'll be talking about some of the going-ons in Berlin a little bit. Overall, we're looking forward to being able to talk about not only our team, but also specifically do some analysis on the league from our perspective, specifically the East Division primarily, as well as looking at, kind of what it's like to just, be a Berlin Hellhound. All right.
That's some exciting stuff right there. And then as far as the league, we like to keep everybody involved and make sure everybody knows what's going on. So since the Gold Bowl ended today, it's still Saturday. It's only 10:51 p.m. But Sunday, 11:59 p.m., your award voting closes. Season 6 is over. I mean, we finally got to the end of this season. I mean, that's crazy. Well, when we started this season, I mean, who knew where we were going to go?
Start.
But when we got here and things was looking great, Season 7 officially starts on Monday. I mean, the legal tampering period opens, contract extensions and restructures close. So you players, if you want to get that bag or, you trying to talk.
Be on a winning team.
Yeah. No, we ain't looking for none of y'all. Don't even try. But
some of us are, but
but if you're a player and you got something going on with your contract, better hurry into it. Closes Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Monday's the start of Season 7.
Yeah, and also you can always refer to the rule book if you want to see what the dates are and times are for all that stuff.
And then on Monday, we'll also be coming out with your off-season schedule. It'll take you with the dates that'll go from the very first day that Season 7 starts all the way to when the regular season starts. When the regular season comes, we'll push out a new schedule for that back half of it. But yeah, so you'll have dates to be able to, plan whatever you got to plan, but also know when the CWSFL's got something going on.
All right. Also, are we done with some of the main announcements?
I think so.
All right. I have two things I want to say real fast. Going into Season 7, we're also looking to greatly increase the production value. You may have seen some of that near the end of the season, specifically with more regular stream times, pushing that, the production value, like YouTube thumbnails, channel icons, server icons, server banners, all of that is planning on being updated and overhauled. We're planning on just making this a really fun, exciting experience to watch. Not only that, but that brings me to my second thing. For this off-season, Xerox.
Yeah.
I am challenging you to a live Sunday Rivals, versus game, one-on-one.
Oh, where we actually are playing?
Yeah, we're actually playing.
Oh, all right, I got you. I accept.
All right. The gloves have been thrown down.
And this offseason is going to be a good one. Everyone always talks about how their offseason becomes a quiet time and, things kind of to die down. But it's going to be a fun offseason. Next Saturday, the Spring Bowl is coming, and it's where your the best prospects coming up in this Season 7 draft, get to face each other and get a little bit more film and and scouting going for the GMs. But also, it's the off season, take some time, rest a little bit. If you got to, mute the server, do what you gotta do. There's dates to know when to come back. Just don't get burnt out or anything, or overwork yourself in the league, So off season, relax, enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I mean, we care about you guys. We want you to have fun with the league, and that means having these built-in rest periods for you. Even if we are excited to get right back into the next season.
Yeah, next season starts in a few weeks, so don't relax too much, because some of y'all gonna need to hit the books, or the playbooks is coming. You got if you're a polar bear, you got your 2 weeks of ballet coming up soon. I mean,
I was gonna say, I think the team that needs to hit the books the most right now is probably your team. Kind of see what went wrong there. So GM after the stream.
Nah, it'll be all right. We got some vacations to hit right now. We got a team trip coming up, so we're gonna enjoy the close of our Bangkok's third season for the franchise, and
same for kind of our team actually. Yeah.
We've done a lot of good things together. We've been able to. A lot of us started all as rookies or started together with a few key veterans like Jeremy and Herbo, but Leo Lamont. But we've all kind of got to grow in our careers on the team, so we just gotta enjoy our off season.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it. And I think with that, we are ready to get hopping and bopping out.
Yeah, appreciate you all.
Yeah, thank you everyone for the wonderful season.
Yeah, this is a great one. Season 6. It ends tomorrow night, 11:59 p.m. EST. But the Polar Bears were able to squeeze out a victory here at the end when the Pandas tried to make a run. Didn't happen. But it was a great one. Fun one to watch. Another exciting Gold Bowl. And we look forward to what's to come for Season 7.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you all, and thanks for tuning in.